me, how was it portraying Eric and working with us again?
It was fun. I always have a ball working with all you guys. Like, I always just, it's cool that Paul's like, here's what I'm thinking, make it your own. Like, I don't have to memorize lines or, we kind of just do our own thing. And I live for that because my memory's horrible anyway. Eric was fun. I kind of made him a little bit of a jerk, I guess. Like, he's denying, he's just this big, don't tell me what to do. It's not, he's kind of got his mind set on something, so, which is really not me, so it's kind of fun to play that, I don't know, not a bad guy, but bad guy.
Alright, so what are your thoughts on the Bennington Triangle?
It's a bee! Where'd you go?
Right underneath your chair.
Yeah. I'm not putting my hand down there.
No,
Anyway.
it's on the floor now.
Okay. What was the question?
What are your thoughts on the
scared.
Bennington Triangle?
I didn't really know a lot about it because I live down in this area. You always hear about like people that have gone missing and the wearing red thing. So really, when Paul came along and started telling me all this stuff, I was like, oh, it's interesting. And now every time I hear someone talking about it, I put my ear up a little extra. I'm like, oh yeah, I've heard about this before. So it's pretty interesting, and I absolutely believe in that stuff. Like, I know fishy stuff goes on all the time around the world. We're just lucky enough to have some good Vermont lore too.
We actually visited the Bennington Triangle once. He wore red. Paul did. I, however, did not wear red. I was like, okay,
Smart
so
enough.
if one of us goes missing, it's probably going to be him because he's the one wearing red. So he's essentially wearing a target.
He's expendable anyway. Sorry.
So is there anything else you'd like to say about
How you doing?
your experience?
Oh,
you doing?
Something else. Sorry. I thought.
About your experience.
I always have a ball with you guys. Like, there's no stress. It's fun, laughs, and I just like hamming it up and being in front of the camera.
You are a very good ham. I will say that. And one of these times when things aren't so hectic, we should probably do a comedy. I think
I'm
it'd be
in.
a riot.
I'm in. Giddy up. Less blood anyway, and I won't be stained.
Yeah, you got a little something. Right
I got
there.
a lot of red. I could see it before. So how you doing?
All right, so Katie, how was it making the monster? Wendigo.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a tremendous challenge for me. I don't think I've created something that big, monster that of that caliber. So it was there were a lot of challenges, but it was really tested me, and it was really great. It was a lot of fun.
Great depth and scale to it too.
Yeah, like literally big,
So how was it for you portraying the monster?
I was a little nervous to portray it at first, but I was kind of figuring out beforehand, what am I going to do? What is this creature? And so I just started to have a little bit of fun with it and put my own little spin in my head what this creature was to me, and it was great. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I wanted to stay up there longer and play in the woods in the costume.
Yeah, get yourself right into the character, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You didn't do the crow caw out there, did you?
I did not. No. But I saw a Sasquatch up there, and I wanted to,
High five him.
yeah, go play with Sasquatch, give him a high five, So yeah, no, it was great. It was fun.
So how was it working with us again?
Oh, awesome. It's always great working with all you. We have a good time. It's laid back. It's like, we all help each other out. Because if I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? Tessa, you were a great help, sidekick, during this.
Assisting putting together the monster.
Yeah, because I definitely couldn't have done it all myself. As you can tell and see, it's like, oh, okay, I'm in this costume, and now I gotta do this, and is this in the right spot? So that was really great to have your help on that. And oh my god, I'm like, it's a Sasquatch.
Sorry.
It's Jeremy.
It's Jeremy.
It's the how you
If
doing.
your footage ruined, I'm the guy for you.
No, that's good.
It's the how you doing.
I almost said, how you doing?
I could hear something. I was like, and I felt the presence of something.
Sorry.
Well, it was a lot of fun assisting you with putting together our monster, the Wendigo. I actually enjoyed helping you.
Yeah, good. You can help on the next one too.
Sign me
It's
up.
nice. It's nice
Sign
having
me
someone
up. I'd
to
be
help,
happy to do
so.
it. Yeah, I love any chance where I get to be creative or help somebody else with being creative. It's a good outlet for me.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for letting me help you.
Yeah, no problem. Like, absolutely anytime. So, and hopefully, yeah. When's the next one? And what will it be?
Well, we'll probably end up taking a break, but I'll probably be the next one making a short horror film.
Nice.
And I wanted to play around with witches and witchcraft and stuff like that. So look at you getting ready. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, excellent. No, absolutely. Thank you all, for everything and allowing me to be a part of this project. I really enjoy working with you all, and it's a lot of fun.
So, Paul, what made you want to do Terror Trail 2?
Well, because, we always talk about and see sequels to things that either become bad or worse, or even sometimes better than the original. We decided that we wanted to take a shot at maybe continuing the story because, let's be honest, the Bennington Triangle story can go on forever, and there's so much play in the field that you could do and have fun with making any type of monster maybe come to life. But in this case, we wanted to bring on an ancient Native American legend with the Wendigo.
Very nice. So, do you enjoy directing and producing, or you've done more acting this time around? So,
directing and producing is kind of different, but with directing, it's nice to, give people directions a little bit of like what I'm looking for, and I also, as Jeremy said, they have the freedom to do whatever they want, which is what I want. I don't want a chaotic time with people because, sometimes their ideas might be better than my own ideas. So,
or like a really tense situation or scenario.
yeah, whatever helps makes it work is what I'm here to do in that case, and the horror over here.
So when you do come back to filming, do you have any ideas for your next project?
My next project now, since I've done a little bit of traditional and now found footage, and a little bit of found footage with traditional, with like Terror Trail even, is I would love to see what I can do with black and white, because I love like the old school black and white silent films and stuff like that, and maybe I'd like to try to find a way to pay tribute to stuff like that, whether it be like, my favorite Nosferatu or something Alfred Hitchcock. We'll figure it out.
Very nice. So do you have any final thoughts?
Starting now.
My final thoughts is how we can make a comedy, and that's about it. And maybe where do we take out Jeremy for real this time?
And in case our viewers are wondering what Paul is cracking up at behind me, Jeremy was apparently flashing and rubbing his nipples off cam.
They're sore now.
So you guys missed a show in that respect, but
But
it's always entertaining working with this
That's
group
Terror
of people.
Trail 3.
Yeah, that'll be Terror
the
Trail.
flashing boobs.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
no.
the how you doing
How you
creep.
doing?
How you doing, Trail? What you do?
Name's Craig Shore. I'm a graphic artist and illustrator. During the day, I work for a company called Game One. Nighttime, I'm a freelance artist for anybody needs anything graphical. I draw from cartoons to posters, a lot of school stuff for schools. Anything graphical.
You helped make 5 logos for Paul's project or brand, however you want to look at it. But what do you like about them?
Actually, what got me really interested in your projects were just your enthusiasm. The first thing when I first met you we worked together. And I noticed you really had a love for this. So when I see somebody has passion, it always gets me going. It's like, oh, great, this is going to be fun. I mean, I know little to nothing about horror and stuff. My wife's a big horror fan, not me really. But when I saw Paul getting excited, I wouldn't mind helping out somebody. And that's how it really all started. So the projects were definitely interesting and fun. Some were definitely out of my comfort zone at first, and it was actually a good learning experience, especially the poster I made for him. That one I was kind of nervous on because as any artist, you look at your artwork and like, and I thought the same thing, but no. As time goes on, I've learned some of my stuff is not as bad as I thought, and like I say, a nice learning curve.
What are some of your favorite Vermont ghost stories?
That's the hard part. I don't really know a lot of the ghost stories. I'm not really big in the horror film. But I mean, as a kid, I've seen things and stuff like that. You know, when we were young kids, play with Ouija boards and all that. Weird stuff happening. I believe in haunted houses and whatnot. I felt presence, and so I don't get hysterical. I accept it. Some people think crazy, but I really believe in, well, whether you believe or not, I feel there's residue energy left after somebody dies or whatnot.
I think you just answered this question, but I'll just ask it anyway. Have you ever experienced anything strange and unusual?
Actually, with the Ouija board. So my hometown group, we're a really close-knit group of friends. And back when we were teenagers, we used a Ouija board. And the scary part was we didn't realize what a Ouija board really does. Didn't understand the ramifications of things. So, well, when one of the parents found out, they flipped out. And we still used it the next day. And of course, I'm being a smart ass, and my buddy was, and we pissed off the spirit. And it gave us a thing that one of us was going to die within a year. And we don't really make that stuff up. And one of us died within a year. So whether you believe or not, that's up to you. It's just ever since then, I don't touch them. Just something you just don't mess with.
How do you like Paul creating short films based on the Vermont legends or folklore?
It's a passion project. You can see it. Again, anybody with passion, it makes me happy because honestly, I look in this crazy world and I want to be an artist ever since I was 8 years old, and I had the passion for it. Well, I've had majority of people, including my own parents, saying, "Well, my mom, oh, you're not going to get a job in that field. You're nuts," you know. And I paid my own college. I've had the job for almost 24 years now, and you know, am I rich? No. Am I happy? Absolutely. So when I see other people have passion, Paul has passion for a project, you know, I look at somebody like that and I basically want to help out as much as I can. And I want them to succeed. Because there's not many people in this world that go after their passion.
If you could pick one haunted location to visit, what place and why?
To visit would be Amityville, the Amityville Horror. Would I go in the house? No. No way in heck. But would I stay outside and would I stay out there for hours? Absolutely. There's something about that place I want to know. I just want to feel it. And then see you later.
If you had the choice of staying around to haunt, would you? Or would you feel your time is done? So basically, like, if you were to die like today, Craig, like, would you want to stay to haunt people? Or would
Today, no. But if anybody hurt my family and if I died like a violent death, yeah, I think I'd have a little fun. Yeah, it all depends. Honestly, it wouldn't be if something happened to me, I probably wouldn't. If something happened to a family member while I died, yeah, I'd be enraged.
What's one piece of advice for a creator getting into the field?
It's constantly changing. I went to college. I started in 1998. When computers were just barely kicking in. Now, it can get a computer or can learn skills from YouTube. As a matter of fact, even when we have people in my job here, we have, I think, 15 artists outside the Vermont area. And, some of them don't draw. Skill level, you need the basics, but then also computer skills. Learn your computer skills. If you're going to be a graphic artist and illustrator, if you're getting into the digital platform, there's more than one way to do the job, but look what the industry standards are, what you're trying to get into. So like some people don't know how to use the main programs like Adobe Illustrator. You can use a Corel Draw, vector programs. They're big, but most people don't know how to use them. So for our job, we're trying to hire artists right now. You can't hire somebody because they're using something like a Photoshop or a free program like Krita that can do drawings. Great, but you can't do vector drawings. And we don't really have the time to train somebody. And you can learn these at vocational schools, high schools, like I said, or even on YouTube. I still, to this day, use YouTube for tutorials.
What is one thing you like working with Paul?
A lot of things, actually. Just look at the passion, like I said before. Passion. He loves his projects. And like I said, to help him out, get something out there. And I've seen from the beginning, what I saw him working on to what he does now, it's a night and day difference. I mean, for the podcast alone, I've seen a night and day difference. Just for the website alone, just a setup. He's got it down to the point where, it's not like a little hobby thing anymore, I don't think. I think you can push it a little bit farther, and that's a cool thing.
All right, Craig, so for your final one, what are your final words and where can people contact you for work?
Thank you, Paul. For work, I'm not really looking for work, but if you need my skills, illustration, CraigShorey.com. That's the best way to get a hold of me. There's a link to my sample artwork. I'm really good at drawing vehicles and whatnot for t-shirts, and you'll see a lot of race car designs and whatnot. I do a lot of character drawings, cartoon style. That's what got me into doing artwork.
Hello, I'm Darsh Davis and I'm answering all the questions related to Territorial 2. Question 1. Have I acted before? No, this was the first time I was featured as an actor in a horror short film. Before that, I have acted in my school and college plays like everybody else, and I have been featured in educational videos thanks to content creator Christian Nee's Space and Dinosaurs video. And I have been making YouTube videos as a YouTuber for over 10 years. The second question, how did I like being a folklorist? Well, I have been a big fan of folklore from Vermont and from all over the world, thanks to Everything Horror podcast episodes, articles, and my discussions with Paul and Tessa. So it was a great honor to be a folklorist in a horror short film. It showed my passion for folklore in the right way and made me curious about this story itself. So it's a great privilege to be a folklorist. I hope you like it. I hope you like the role and my acting. So, yeah, would I act again? Well, acting has been one of my passions, just like writing. And I would be honored to work with Paul and Tessa again in future horror short films or even videos. And it would be great to work with other filmmakers and also other writers in future, no matter what industry. Even though horror has been a childhood favorite of mine since the day I watched my first horror short film and my first Hollywood movies as a child, it was Scooby-Doo. So yeah, acting has been a passion, and if you want me to be a part of your project, just let me know. And I'm always there for Paul and Tessa because they are great filmmakers. Working with Paul has been a great experience. Paul Dolsky has been a great podcaster, author, poet, and interviewer, filmmaker, of course, an actor. But I've been working with Paul as a writer, reviewer, interviewer, occasional podcast host. But this was the first time I was working with Paul as an actor, and I came to know how awesome he is when he's working with his crew and cast. He's very considerate, kind, and super professional. He takes feedback in a positive way, and I think there are very few filmmakers who are very calm and creative at the same time. So I highly recommend all the professionals, no matter where you are, to work with Paul on his projects. And also, if you're a star, you want to be featured on podcasts, please feel free to reach out to Paul, me, or Tessa through our website, espodcast.com. So overall, it has been a fun and great experience working with Paul on this awesome project, and I'm really fortunate to have this opportunity, and I hope that you take this opportunity to learn more about the folklore and Glastonbury Mountains and how the story of Terror Trail Part 1 ends. Terror Trail 2 is being released in October 2022, next month. So have a great Halloween, and I hope you enjoy our film. Take care. Darsh signing out.